Now let me talk something about reasoning. Actually, reasoning is a type of thinking. It's a higher level of thinking. We would better define reasoning as a higher level of thinking process by which a person reaches a conclusion after comparing and contrasting different factors. So it may be defined as a higher level of thinking process by which a person reaches a conclusion after comparing and contrasting different factors. And this process is known as reasoning. And here logic is working. A person analyzes different aspects of a particular concept or theory or event or place. Then by comparing and contrasting them, he finds something. And there will be a statement. And if you are asked what are the features of reasoning, the first feature is, as we mentioned in the definition itself, is a higher level of thinking. If you have to intelligent reasoning, then you should be having the capacity for thinking at a higher level. It's not simple thinking. It will be happening if you have got some knowledge. It will be happening if you have got some experience. And then again, the second feature of reasoning is, just like in thinking, is purposeful. There is some aim. There is some purpose. You want to reach some conclusion. You want to know about some aspect of life or universe. You want to finding out something new. You want to analyze something with a goal. Then the third feature is it's systematic. And here, there should be a systematic approach. There should be different steps. If you are analyzing two aspects, you should approach the first aspect first, then the second aspect, then you should compare them, then you should contrast them. You should find out the similarities, then you should find out the dissimilarities, the differences. So reasoning is systematic. It needs some plan and systematic phases. And another feature of reasoning is it's well controlled. You should control your thought, because imagination does not work there. Creative thinking also is not working there. Actually, you should be able to indulge in factual thinking. You should control your emotions. You should control your subjectivity, because here it should be highly objective. And another feature of this reasoning is its selective thinking. Because you have to reach a conclusion by comparing and contrasting different items and aspects. So you should select some points. You are not thinking about these two things in a wider range, but you are selective in your thinking when you are indulging in reasoning. So these are the features of reasoning. Is a higher level of thinking, is purposeful, is systematic, is well controlled and it's selective. And there are three types of reasoning. You might have heard about these three types: deductive reasoning, then inductive reasoning, and linear reasoning. Deductive reasoning is to reach a conclusion on some concept or on some theory, on some aspect, by approaching the item in a general to specific manner. First, you are approaching some general aspects, then you reach the specific conclusion. For example, every Hindu goes to temple. It's a general aspect. Every Hindu goes to temple. Raj is a Hindu. Ram is a Hindu. So Raj and Ram are going to temple. Reasoning. Every teacher has to learn child psychology. Every teacher has to learn child psychology. Mansoor is a B.Ed student. Rajisha is a B.Ed student. Murshid is a B.Ed student. So, Mansoor, Rajisha, and Murshid are learning psychology, child psychology. So, this is deductive reasoning. Here, we approach something in a general manner and then we reach a conclusion by accepting some specific examples. So, this general to specific approach, this is deductive reasoning. And inductive reasoning is the vice versa. Here we are approaching an item in a specific to general style of thinking. Raj is a Hindu. He visits temple. Ram is a Hindu. He visits temple. So, every Hindu visits temple. Specific to general. Mansoor is a B.Ed student. He learns psychology, child psychology. Rajisha is a B.Ed student. She learns child psychology. Murshid is a B.Ed student. He learns child psychology. So, every teacher should learn child psychology. So, inductive reasoning. And another type of reasoning is linear reasoning. Here, there is no general to specific or specific to general, but here, a man approaches different aspects of a concept or a theory or some event in a systematic manner and compares and contrasts the factors related to these items and then reaches a conclusion. So linear reasoning is a type of reasoning in which a person observes and analyzes different aspects related to different things and reaches a conclusion. For example, A is smaller than B. A is smaller than B. B is smaller than C. So A is smaller than C. This is a type of reasoning, and this is linear reasoning. There is no general to specific or specific to general. And this type of reasoning is known as linear reasoning. And this is something about reasoning. And again, if we have to enrich our reasoning, actually we should get knowledge, because whatever we have to get in whatever items we have to get development for enriching our thinking, and we should get development in that items for enriching our reasoning too, because reasoning is a type of thinking. And if we have got a better knowledge, if we have got a better experience, if we have got different types of concepts, if we know different aspects of different concepts, if we have got some interpretation skill, if we have got a very good language, then we can enrich our reasoning. So this is reasoning, systematic thinking, analyzing different aspects, then comparing them and contrasting them, then reaching a conclusion. And this is known as a reasoning. Got it? Thank you.